Yo, what's happening? This is Jaja Soze, PDC, right now on the Guestlist network.
Yeah. Jaja Soze, broken trust. Soul music. From yo. While you was drunk, raving out on New Year's Eve, I was sitting, writing business plans on things I must achieve. Cause I ain't happy living here, right now I'm trying to leave. The hood is hungry, that's why everybody's dying over greed. When the gun busts, even crutches.
Okay, so it's Oshi here. Welcome to the Guestlist network. It's another year, we're gonna hit this year even bigger than last year. It's 2012, and I'm here with none other than big man, Jaja Soze.
Don't know, it's all good.
How you doing, big?
Yeah, man, it's all good.
Nice, good to... Like, where are we, man?
We're in the PDC studios. This is like our main studio.
You like some rats with cheese, and if you're Muslim, just know somebody counts your deeds. From
what I know about PDC is all I remember is something big. It used to be a big hive of talent.
Yeah.
How many people have you got that you look after here?
I manage artists as well as myself, and I manage like 15 artists. And like with PDC in general, as a whole collective, that there's loads of us. It's like we've got to 50 individuals. Yeah.
But on the creative side,
Yeah.
I see there's a lot of you. And is it you who's responsible for guiding and teaching and just pushing the whole movement forward?
Yeah, I'm like one of the main. We learn off each other, but I'm kind of like the main force of the whole movement.
law actors think I'm nuts. You won't judge me, trust, but your opinion sucks. You're the same brothers that's probably snoring angel dust.
What's your purpose in life?
What is my main purpose is to create platforms for a community that just lost. That's my main goals. That's all I do. When I wake up every day, this is the same goal I've always had, to create a platform so that someone that's coming up that was just like me when I was trying to come up and I have no platforms, no help, someone else has got the opportunity and that platform.
Wow, when did you realise that?
Actually, that kind of came to me when I was in prison one time. I was like, I kind of seen everyone in prison coming in, and I kind of see the cycle repeating itself. And I said, well, how can we break this cycle? The only way for us to break the cycle is for me to do something different. No one's doing nothing different. We're doing the same thing. We're following the people before us, the elders that were before us. We're doing the same thing. Drug dealers, in and out prison, shootings, the same cycle's repeating. So I said, you know what? We need to start doing something where it's creating more opportunities, it's benefiting us, it's bringing wealth to our community, bringing different knowledge and education to our community. And that's when I said, you know what, I'm gonna change it.
I'm so deep in my thoughts, feels like I beef with demons. And I feel sorry for these girls that get my deadly semen. It's like the devil's here on earth, but I ain't never seen him. And if I do, I'll sit him down and try my best to deal him. Like, hey devil, the love is real, let me express the meaning.
It's a massive thing to do, to change something that's so cyclical and inbred. How did you think you were gonna go and tackle that?
You know, at first, when I first started like speaking to my people around me and saying, you know what, we're gonna change this movement from like the street movement into something more progressive. They was like, get out of here, no way you can do that. Like, everyone's kind of like putting me down, like, no way you can change. You can't change your thought process to something so dramatically, like that's so different. So I was getting like people fighting me down at the beginning. Even my friends, I lost a lot of friends at the beginning. Like, I fell out with a lot of people because I was like, nah, you know what, we're not on that. We're not on that kind of transformation. At the beginning, it was hard for me. I'm saying, but then I said, you know what, it's gonna be worthwhile.
You even miss it. They're like, Jaja, you'll get blocked, why do you even risk it? Cause I'm thinking out the box, I'm not a black statistic. So fuck your Freemason shake, I'm greeting black fisted. And yes, I speak the truth, so I'm blacklisted.
We all got messages through as we were growing up. We read Malcolm X, we read Nelson Mandela, and musically, we might have got inspiration from the Dead Presidents and the Nas. How about you? Who was your like one who got you first up on Black history? Where did you get your education there?
Well, with me, obviously, I was born and raised a Rasta, so as soon as I can like acknowledge music properly, I grew up on like hearing Burning Spears and that in my house, like Dennis Brown and Bob Marley. I grew up on this music, so like, I kind of like knew about my culture from early age. So I always kind of had that in me, that kind of like raw, that kind of fight the power thing. I've had that in from when I was a little kid, and then obviously the Public Enemies, and this is what I grew up on. So like a lot of people grew up on more like boy band stuff, and my boy bands were Public Enemies. that's what I grew up on. I'm saying, so I grew up on all that whole phase. I'm saying, so I kind of always had that fighting spirit in me.
Okay, so you got the vibe from some of these musicians, and then did that lead you anywhere else? In terms of like your knowledge, did your parents have an influence there? Was there any other leading figures?
Yeah, I had when I was younger, my dad always used to like make us read certain things, and I was always educated on my culture and everything. But then there was a stage where I got sidetracked when I kind of like, my dad kind of come my life, and my mum was kind of struggling doing her thing as well. When the streets came in, the streets started raising me. That's when I could say the brainwash kicked in at a certain level, where you kind of like forget about, you get so stressed that you kind of forget about the culture side, because learning about your culture is not feeding you. It's not buying you Nike Airs. It's not buying you a nice watch. It's not giving you money to take a girl to the cinema, and so culture kind of got dashed out the window for a little bit, for like a good, I could say from like 11 to 21, the culture was out the window. That was just like, I got a gun, I got drugs, and this is what I'm doing.
But luckily during that time though, you use your soldier mentality in your business, because I mean, whatever happened, you lot put out a lot of mixtapes.
Yeah, of course, yes. Exactly.
So there was definitely some work ethic there that was doing something and keeping you occupied.
Yeah, of course.
What did you win? Awards? I see awards up there for the mixtapes.
Won award for like outstanding achievement in the mixtape culture. I think I'm up for another award soon. So yeah, the people we put a lot of work in. I'm saying, them times when we was putting out all those mixtapes, I didn't even know what I was doing on the business level. I was just doing it. I was saying, you know what, Master P and them are doing that. They put out loads of CDs. I'm doing that as well.
What was the moment that you say maybe your music changed? Because I see there's been a change in the output of your own personal music. What was that moment?
You know what it was? It was in the first bit of the music, because I was going out, saying my raw feelings. I was kind of lost in it. Then when I started educating myself, like I started seeing a lot of things in the industry, and a lot of things, I started seeing things differently. Like I started watching movies differently. I started listening to music differently. It's like something that's kicked in one day. I started listening to things differently, and how we speak and how we treat each other. And I started thinking, bro, like there's a bit of, like, my thought process is a bit messed up here. Like something there's a bit more deeper to our society. I started educating myself on certain subjects, and I said, something's not right here. Things are a bit dodgy. Like schooling system is a bit mess, and why are we hating each other? Why do I hate a guy over there? Why do I hate that guy over there? I don't know him. And I started researching into things and going back into our culture and looking at a lot of stuff, and I started saying, I'm kind of helping the destruction of our community. I'm part of it. So I said, you know what, nah, you know, I'm not being a part of the destruction. I'm fighting against the system, not my people. That's when my thought process started changing.
Alright, so you had this moment, this realization, and then you come with some epic work.
That's what I'm saying.
And like, what would you say is music that you came right after that people need to see?
Yeah.
What do they need to go and watch right now?
When you can tell when my thought process started changing, I had there's a mixtape called Best of Jaja Soze Part 1. Best of Jaja Soze. That's when you hear that, you're like, wow, something's up here. Like when that came out, people was like, okay, I think he's reading or something, or something's happening here. And then I'm not a rapper, I'm a revolutionary, that came out last year. That's when people's like, yeah, he's definitely changed now. Like that's what I'm saying, that was like a whole transformation. I'm saying that I got like #1 mixtape on loads of mixtape sites for that one. That's when people started seeing, you know what, bam, that's dramatic change.
Okay, and how does that relate to the moment when you drop the beat? And you say, okay, let me lose the beat and display this message.
That's when I started getting. I'm one of the people. I'm saying, you know what? They're not hearing it though. They're hearing it, but you're not hearing it though. You're hearing something, but you're not hearing what I want you to hear. I said, okay, me, God and Devil, drop that one. People's like, wow. Okay, so I said, okay, you're listening now. Bam, dropped to them the mixtape with some beats in it, and they was listening. They were getting 100,000 views and 200,000 views. I'm saying, they're listening. But I say, no, I need to come with all this in one epic something, Black Empire.
Right.
After this song, I'm never gonna rap again. And last night, I buried my last pad and pen. Looking at my past, like yeah, I've been brave. But when I look deeper, I only see a slave. Lost and confused, we're killing our own people. Instead of being loyal, we all grew up deceitful. Look how
what was the reaction when you dropped that?
When I dropped Black, when I told my people around me, I was saying, yeah, I'm doing the acapella Black Empire. They know how I'm ready. When I said Black Empire, they're like, Jaj, nah, don't do that. See that, don't do that. Say, you know what, Jaj, allow it, don't do that. You know why? Because the industry's gonna shut you down. I'm saying, but I've shut down already. You can't shut me down no more than I've been shut down. The thing is, that wasn't even, Black Empire's not, that's the start. That's the start of it.
but let's talk about that. You dropped that. That was out on World Star Hip Hop, right?
It went on
that's
YouTube
international.
first. Yeah.
That's like you got people all over America checking out. Like
I saw it.
And then this was a little while ago, and I look back on your Twitter. It's like people ain't stopped talking about that.
It's been a week. It's been a 1 week. And they're going nuts. Like, I'm saying, what? But you know what it was? Yeah, it went on YouTube first. They went on all the sites everywhere, and then I just see people saying, no, it's on World Star Hip Hop. I'm saying, I checked it out, and I see them saying, yeah. Be inspired UK artists, and I'm saying, so they understood it.
I know you like me on this bang bang ting, flashing a gang sign, but nah, I'm into assets now. I'm trying to own time. You think we're stupid? I know we know about his heat, when really we created the first Black Wall Street.
What are these things that you lose by sticking to your guns and keeping real and true to yourself?
Yeah, you just lose their kind of infrastructure they've created. You lose that, like you lose just the top of the pops, baby, top of the pops, or you lose that side of it. But that's if you want to be famous. Me, I'm not trying to be. I'm not one of those people that's trying to be famous. That's what it is. A lot of people keep forgetting that if you want to be, you can be successful and you can be famous. That's what I'm saying. So there's a difference. You can be successful and still do a lot of stuff. You can even sell units. You can go and do a lot of big shows and be a successful artist, but you're just not on as much going to be on TV. And the mainstream radio as everyone else, and that's what you lose when you say something like Black Empire. You lose that side of it. I'm saying that's all it is. I'm saying, but with everything else, such as show kids, like I've got like I own my own radio station, I own my own company, I own my own studios. I'm gonna have a magazine soon. I'm gonna have my own TV show soon. This is all from me sticking to my own, me being me.
So the solution is to become the mainstream media.
There you go. So you become it. You do your own thing, and you become it, and you create your own platform.
Anyone out there who you feel is on your level?
There's Logic, Low-Key, Carla. Like Carla's me and Carla are cool. I'm saying that's kind of like artists that I relate to on from the UK, especially that they can make me learn.
In your rap shout, you say that young people need education. All they're doing is listening to music, probably the wrong music, and smoking weed. Now, what kind of education do you mean? Like, where else can they go and get sense if they're not listening to you?
I say it's a lot of self-education. What is a lot of education is out there, but you got to go and find it. What they've done, education's out there. I always tell people things are out there. It's not hidden. It's out there, but they've just divert your attention. That's what they've done. So it's out there, and I think the right education, learn about themselves. A lot of people, especially in the Black community, they need to learn where you come from. You need to know the struggle that people went through to where you are to get to where you are now. You like kind of you respect yourself a bit more. That brings growth. That's what I mean by self-education.
So if people out there can make one big change and change the way they're thinking, they could then go forth and get all the education they need out there. What's one thing that you teach your kids? If there's one message you want to get through to your kids as they grow up in this world, what's that?
To love yourself. That's what I teach my kids that now. Listen, love yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself and do not respect yourself, you cannot share that thing to other people.
Insomnia and still can't control my gifts or my dreams. I can't sleep, feels like I need a spliff. If I was sneaky, by now I'd probably cut my wrist or jump in the Thames, sleeping with the fish.
I hear you're getting into film, or you're doing a bit of film. What film projects have you got coming up?
I started to do some short film projects where it's like short messages called lesson learned. So I want to do they're like 15 minutes, 10-minute short messages where it's just like kind of putting messages that young people get into in society, social issues, whether it's peer pressure, drugs, sex at a young age, gang violence, whatever. It's putting situations to them and how, because people always talk about the negative young people, negative, but there are some sensible young people out there that have been involved in the gang stuff and they've kind of like saw it, learned from it and moved on. So I'm trying to do a lot of short films where we kind of show things that young people are going through, but I'm also making sure that in the films you see the change. The person went through something and they changed, and in the end it's always a positive outcome.
When are we going to get the Guestlist Network one? Like 1 week ahead, so we can get them thousands, hundreds of thousands.
You're going to get an exclusive. Don't worry, I'm going to give you the exclusive. Everyone knows they're going to get exclusive on on the guest list. Exclusive.
Yeah, alright, bless, man. That was wicked, man.
To me, so flashing jewels in your videos, you're a youth to me. Try bragging about progress and that might get through to me. Cause guns banging and killers, that shit ain't schooling me. And the imam in the mosque said he hates my guts, cause I always mention Allah.